This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah. Hello, all, welcome back. Today we are going to discuss about difference between Git and SVN. And also we have one more concept which is Git tags. So that we cover today. With that we are going to complete Git. So also we have some settings in GitHub that I'll explain you. How to create, how to delete repositories, how to switch, how to change ownership. Okay. So how to convert private repository to public repository to private repository. So that settings I'll show you. And also, yeah, how to switch, how to change the default branch, how to change the default branch, how to delete the branch. So we'll see that settings. Okay. Yeah. Now, so what are the differences available between SVN and Git? So can you see my screen, everyone? Difference between SVN and Git. Yeah, screen visibility undandi everyone. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. SVN means it is a subversion control system. SVN means subversion control system. So this is also one VCS tool, version control system. This is also VCS, version control, Git also VCS. Okay. So we should know these differences. In interview, we'll get this question. So this is mandatory question in interview. Why should I go for Git? Why I should not use SVN? SVN also same repository tool, right? So what is the difference? We'll get this question in interview. That is why we need to understand this. Fine. Yeah. Fine. We have some differences here. So first one is SVN is centralized version control system. SVN is centralized version control system. What is centralized version control system? Okay, we'll see that. Git is distributed version control system. So SVN is a centralized version control system. Git is a distributed version control system. What is this? We'll try to understand. Centralized version control system. So I'll show you, we'll discuss about here. I'll show you SVN architecture. This is SVN architecture. SVN architecture. So this is local workspace in SVN. This is local workspace. Okay, so once we create local workspace, once we initialize in SVN, so that should be moved to the same way in Git. That should be moved to index area, staging area. once developer is developed the code, once development is completed, testing is completed, then it should move to staging area. This is staging area. Staging or index area. Right? So after that, next stage is the same way, commit area, or else we can say in SVN commit area or central repository. This is SVN architecture, not Git architecture. Central repo or commit area. Central repo or commit area. Fine. So this is SVN architecture. So here there is no local repository. Only directly we can push the changes to central repository in SVN. So Git architecture. Yeah, in Git architecture, this is a local workspace. So once the developer develop the code in local workspace, once development is completed, testing is completed, then they will push this code to staging area or index area. Right after that, the code will be moved to local Git. So this is Git local or commit area. Fine. So once it is committed, normally once pushed to commit area, local Git repository, then the code will be moved to remote repository or GitHub. This is GitHub. Right. So this is the flow. This is the architecture of Git. Okay. So here, if you observe the difference, so in SVN we have only central repository. The code will be directly moved to central repository. But whereas Git, we have two repositories. So we have a local repository and also a remote repository. So for example, this central repository is not available. So in real time, sometimes some maintenance activities will be happening. Maintenance activities, server maintenance activities. This is server, right? Central repo. So this is not available. This is not reachable. What will happen here? We can't commit the code, right? We means developers. Developers, once they move to staging area, they can't commit the code into central repository. Central repository, they can't commit the code, right? They need to stop the development, right? So whereas Git not like that. So if this server is not available, remote repository is not available, remote server, so they can commit the code in their local repository. Whenever this remote repository is available, by the time they push that code to remote repository. Fine. So SVN is sometimes SVN. What will happen here? So people like SVN will allow all file formats without any size limit. We discussed already in the, I think in Git starting session we discussed, right? So S1 is there is no limitations. S1 is GUI. It will allow all file formats without any size limit, right? So due to that, people used to push all the personal data also into remote repository, central repository. By the time, most of the time, we used to observe performance issues. So server slowness issues, remote server, right? So in case if it is not available, so developers they cannot push the changes to central repo. But here they can push into local repository. Once it is available remote repository, so then they can push to remote repository. This is main difference. Okay. So S1 is a centralized VC control system, centralized only one repository. Okay. Git is a distributed version control system. Okay. This difference, first difference is very important. So when we attend interviews, so we get this question. Second difference here is, yeah, SVN manage branches little difficult. SVN manage branches difficult. Okay. So in SVN also we have some branching strategies. So manage little difficult compared to Git. But in Git, easy to manage branches. Easy to manage branches in Git. You can manage branches very easily. Third difference here is, so SVN is having GUI. SVN is having only GUI. Graphical user interface like Windows. Okay. Whereas Git, so Git is having GUI. Here GUI is available, but we don't use GUI in real time. We always use CLI only. So in real time, we always use CLI, command line interface. So GUI will be disabled. So when we talk about GUI and CLI, so compare with CLI, okay, GUI is not secured. So CLI is always secured. So that is why, so every production environment, we use Linux machines because Linux is secured compared to Windows, right? So backend critical production servers, we always use CLI only, command line interface. Fine. So when we use CLI, no virus, okay, no virus, and threats also very less, no crashes, server crashes, so many things. Okay. Next, fourth one here is SVN history maintained as versions. History maintained as versions, whereas Git maintain histories of commit IDs. So in Git, we maintain histories like commit IDs, right? When we commit the code, we'll get some commit ID. But whereas SVN, so we'll call it as versions, different versions. Okay, fifth one is, yeah, fifth one here is SVN will SVN will allow all kind of files. Files without any size limit. So SVN will allow all file formats without any size limit, whereas Git will not accept binary files. Git will not accept binary files. So Git will not accept binary files means what are those? zip files, tar files. Okay, so these are binary files. Okay, Git will not accept, and limit of file size is 100 MB only. Limit of 100 MB only. It will allow. The file size limit is 100 MB only. It will allow maximum 100 MB. So that is why, yeah, here SVN is failed, because SVN will allow all file formats without any size limit. So that is why people used to upload their personal data also. But whereas Git not like that. 3 years before we used to use SVN in our environment. So by the time we used to observe every alternate days. Okay, SVN was giving some performance issues. Okay, so SVN, so we used to get so many tickets, so many requests. SVN is not accessible. We are getting 403 error, different errors, because people used to upload their personal data also into SVN. Due to that, it was giving performance issues. Server was giving performance issues. For example, in your laptop, if you upload so many files, you have 1 TB hard drive, you are keep on uploading data, means keep on downloading, or somewhere you are copying some data. So almost it is full, disk is full. What will happen? So it will give you some performance issues. So performance, right? The same way SVN also, people used to upload so much of data into that. So due to that, we used to observe so many issues here. Okay, so many tickets we used to get. So 3 years before we integrated Git. So since 3 years, we haven't faced any issues with the Git. Okay, so next one, sixth difference here is SVN developed by CollabNet. Git developed by Linux kernel. Linux kernel, right? So that is why we are able to execute Linux commands in Git. So Git also having some commands, right? So Git commands will not be accept in Linux, but Linux commands we can execute in Git. Okay, so SVN developed by CollabNet, Git developed by Linux kernel, Linux Torvald, Eclipse kernel. Okay, so these are the important differences. If you search in Google, you'll get some more differences. Okay, so this is mandatory question in interview. So this is mandatory question. Difference between SVN and Git. SVN is a centralized version control system. Git is a distributed version control system. First difference, we need to explain this when we get this question in interview. Second difference, so fifth one we can explain. So SVN will not, SVN will allow all kind of file formats without any size limit. So Git will not accept binary files and limit of 100 MB only. So this difference we can explain. Fifth difference. So after that, So we can give this third difference, second difference, like that. Okay. So this is different. These are the differences. Any questions here? Next, we have one concept which is Git tags. Git tags. So that we cover. After that, I'll show you some settings on GitHub, which are very important. Okay. Fine. Git tags. Basically, what is tag? What is tag? So tag is a archive file. In Git language, we'll call it as tag. Okay, so use of tag is to reduce the GitHub pricing. So GitHub also pricing. Normally in real projects, we don't use public repositories. We always use private repositories in real project. So always we use private repositories only. We don't use public repositories. One second. Fine. So one of the 9 AM best students is keep on pinging in WhatsApp. Okay, fine. Use of tag is to reduce the GitHub pricing. So normally in real projects, we don't use public repositories. Public repository is not secured. So in our test labs, we use public repository, but in real projects, always we use private repositories. Okay. So for example, yeah. So what are the main use of these tags are like, for example, one project is completed. So once the project is completed, okay, so the project owner will send you email and saying that, so our project is completed, please remove the branch, please delete the branch. At the same time, they will mention something like, so please save the data which is available on the branch for future reference. Like that, they will shoot some emails, they will send some emails. So based on that emails, approvals, what we will do, so we'll convert that data into tag. Whatever data is available on the branch, we'll convert the data into tags and we can simply delete the branch, because to reduce the costing. So if you keep the data as it is, okay, that is GitHub pricing, right? GitHub also, they'll charge some price, for branches, they will charge something, right? So that will be go to client, that costing will go to client. So that is why once complete the project, so we need to convert that data into tag and we can delete the branch. Fine. So let us go and create this lab. Folder name is tags. Open this. Open Git bash here. Git init. Fine. Now let us go to GitHub. This is our repository. Yeah, in this we have some data. So 3 files are there here, right? So these 3 files, so we can pull into our local, and we'll convert this data into tag, right? So this data is available in master normally in real projects. For example, sprint 1, sprint 2, sprint 3. Sprint 3 is there. So this data, for example, you want to convert into tag, you can convert, and you can delete this branch. So you can take this data from master only. Okay. Copy link address. We can establish the connection here. Git remote add origin GitHub URL. Right now, I want to pull this data into my local. Git pull origin master. Normally, if you want to pull from sprint 1, sprint 2, sprint 3, instead of giving master, you can give other branch name. Now I pulled my data into local, right? So branch data I pulled into local. Now, if you check ls, so these are the files available, right? So here, these files you can convert into tag, right? So if you want to create tag, the command here is git tag some sprint 1 something. I can give sprint 1, git tag sprint 1, right? So I'm converting this data into sprint 1 tag. Now it is converted. Now if you want to check the tags, how many tags are there? Command here is git tag. See here we have sprint 1 tag. Now we can push this tag into GitHub. So when you push this tag into GitHub, what will happen? So it will push to one tag column. Okay, so release 1, release 2, release 3, like that. So I'll show you that. So first we'll push this tag. We can directly push git push origin sprint 1. Git push origin sprint 1. Enter. Done. Now we can check. Go and check here. See here. What is this? One tag is pushed here, right? So click on this. See here. Releases. How many releases are there? Sprint 1 release. So 2 days before we created this data. That is what is showing 2 days ago. Okay. So tags. So you can check tags. How many tags are there? Only sprint 1 tag is there. So now, yeah, going forward, if any developer requires this data, they can download this from zip file or tar file. Click on this, it will be downloaded automatically. The data is downloading. Open like this. See here, these are the files. They can refer. So in future, if they require any data for future reference, okay, so they can simply download this tag and they can go through that. Okay, so zip format, tar format, so we can upload these tags into GitHub. So by the time, if the sprint 1 branch is available, we can simply delete that branch because the sprint 1 data is available in this tag. We don't require branch, right? Now, so I create one tag here. I create one more tag, testing. Okay. VI tag.txt, tag.txt. Hi. This is tag testing. Escape, save and quit. Now git add space dot git commit -m tags. Okay, we committed this code. Now once we commit this, okay, we can convert this data into tag, right? So for which command here is git tag sprint2. So this tag is converted. Now if you check git tag, it will show you sprint1 and sprint2. Git tag. So we have two tags available here. Okay. Now we can push this tag to remote repository, GitHub, right? Git push origin sprint2. Yeah, it is pushed to GitHub. Now if you go and check here, see here, how many tags are there? 2 tags are there here. Okay, click on this. Sprint1, sprint2, right? So releases. We have 2 releases, sprint1, sprint2. So whenever developers needed this data, they simply click on this and they can download and they can refer this data. Got it, right? So once project is completed, that project owner will request us to delete the branches. By that time, they will ask us to convert into tags for future reference. The data which is available on the branch, that future reference, they will ask us to convert into tags. So by the time we need to convert, as a DevOps engineer, we need to convert into tags and we can delete the branch. Even branches also created by developers only. So sometimes we'll involve. Sometimes if they need any help, so we can also create branches and we can convert into tags, right? Any questions on tags, anyone?
Sir, if the branch is deleted in Git, will the data also be deleted in GitHub?
Yeah, if you delete any branch, this data will be available here. From branch, the data will be deleted. So GitHub is pricing, right? So that is why if you keep the data in branches, so for example, when we convert into, yeah, go ahead.
In general, generally, if we create a branch in GitHub and push to created a branch in Git and push to GitHub. So and after that, after pushing, if we delete that branch in Git, so the data that branch contains also be deleted in GitHub.
Yeah, deleted.
Okay.
If you are not merging into master branch, if you're not merging to master, so definitely the data will be deleted. Whatever data is available on the branch. Fine. So next one is we have few important settings. So we'll go through that. For example, if you want to delete any repository, if you want to change ownership of the repository, every repository will have one owner. So normally in our projects, okay, every repository will be maintained by some owner. So if the person is leaving from the company or project, by the time we have to change the ownership, we have to give the ownership to other people. Okay, so how to change the ownership and also how to archive the repository and also how to convert from public repository to private repository? So we'll try to understand. Okay. So first open the repository like this. This is repository. So go to settings. Click on settings here. Go down here. See here. So this is the danger zone. So normally we should not touch this. Okay. Yeah. See here. Change visibility. First option. Change visibility means so we can convert this into, currently it is public repository. The repository is currently public. So first, normally what we will do in real projects, first we'll create as a public repository. So after that we'll convert into private repository. So if you want to convert this public repository into private repository, so click on this and it will ask you to provide some details. You need to provide that and we can convert into private repository. Okay. And next one is the transfer, ownership. So if the person is living from the organization, the owner of this repository, so if you want to transfer this ownership into other person, so we can use this. Okay. Next one is archive this repository. If you want to archive from here, we can archive. Okay. And next one is the delete repository. If you want to delete this repository, simply you can delete from here. Repository will be deleted. This repo will be deleted. So these are the settings. Okay. These are the very important. So this is danger zone. We should not touch this. So only architects will have access on this. Others, they cannot delete, they cannot modify, they cannot change visibility. So it will not allow. Okay. Fine. Next one is we have few more important settings available here, which are like, yeah, currently we have master branches, default branch here. Okay, default branch is master branch. Now if you go to branches here, you can understand. Click on branches. See here, default branches, master branch. Still we have sprint 3 available, sprint 3. Only 2 branches available here. We have only 2 branches. So master and sprint 3, right? Now I want to change this default branch as sprint 3. So currently master branch is default branch, but I want to change this sprint 3 as default branch, for which what we can do, if you want to change default branch, click on branch. Some settings are there. Let us check on this. Okay, go to settings. Okay, rename branch. Yeah, click on branch. See here, this is master branch. So click on this tab. See here, now it is asking. So default branch is master. Now you can change into sprint 3 and update. When you click on update, so this will be changed as default branch. Click on this update. Now it is asking, I understand, update the default branch. Click on this. Now sprint 3 is a default branch. Click on this. See here, default branch is, what is the default branch here? Sprint 3. Earlier, so master branch is default branch. Like this, Git will allow you to modify whatever you want. You can change here. Okay, once we change this, so it should show some pop-up here. Let us check. Nothing is there. So currently sprint 3 is default branch. Okay, so like this we can change development branch. For example, development branch we have. So if you want to change into development branch, as a default brand. You can change. So if you want to create a branch, okay, here I want to create one branch.
Your voice is not. Sir, we are unable to hear, sir.